President Obama is in Texas for what was initially a fundraising trip, but has become much more. The president is meeting with Texas Governor Rick Perry. The two are discussing a growing immigration crisis along the border. Back in Washington, members of his administration say the surge of immigrant children is overwhelming the system, and the humanitarian issues are only going to increase. Craig Boswell reports from Capitol Hill.
President Obama and Texas Governor Rick Perry plan to discuss the surge of immigrant children from Central America flooding the state. The White House hastily added the roundtable to a fundraising trip. The president is under intense criticism for not traveling to the U.S.-Mexico border while he's in Texas.
He's visiting Democratic fat cats to collect checks, and apparently there's no time to look at the disaster, at the devastation that's being caused by his policies.
The president made a nearly $4 billion request in emergency funds to deal with the situation. It includes $1.8 billion to help care for unaccompanied children crossing the border and $1.6 billion to step up customs and border efforts.
Congress is considering the request, but many lawmakers are already expressing skepticism.
The president's asking for $3,700 million. You divide that by 57,000, that's $65,000 per unaccompanied child.
Administration officials testifying Wednesday said 57,000 minors fleeing violence in Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador have been picked up since last fall.
But we should never forget, these are children. They are now in our custody. It is our duty to make sure that these children are cared for properly.
The Department of Justice is now taking steps to prioritize processing hearings for unaccompanied children and immigrant families with children. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And it's interesting to note while Mr. Obama is out west to raise money for Democrats in danger of losing in November, one of them won't appear with the president. Colorado Senator Mark Udall will stay in Washington. The decision sparks questions about the political risks of being linked to an increasingly unpopular president.